Yeah, I thought I'd do another quick video here. It's a lot faster for me just to show people some stuff and then upload it rather than try to upload the whole video from whoever I'm showing. So this is from the Dollar Vigilante. I'm sure many of you know of this fella. He's a Canadian living in Mexico, and he's doing all right. He's into cryptocurrency and gold and silver and stuff, and he offers a lot of good sound advice, and he has a good take on this whole situation. And when it started 2 months ago here, basically he was calling this out for what it was, and pretty much nailed it. So go to his channel and watch his latest video. He's putting up videos pretty much every day, and I'm just trying to find this chart. There's this chart and then this chart here. And that's pretty much where we're at right there. Didn't even come close to getting up to 2017, 2018, and we are on the downslide right now. I'm sure this is gonna spike because they keep telling us that there's gonna be a second wave. But when you look at history of influenza, summertime's usually not a time to get sick, just from the sun itself and being outside in fresh air, and your body's done its yearly cycle. And this is what medicine never tells us about, is it's just cyclical. So go check his video out, and there's a really good article he has linked in his video here. This amnesia article. I was briefly glancing over it. I ask, it says, is amnesia a symptom of COVID-19? I ask because just 3 years ago, the USA experienced one of its most severe influenza outbreaks in recent memory. I'm talking about the 2017-2018 influenza that, according to the American Centers of Disease Control and Prevention, was associated with 45 million illnesses, 21 million medical visits, 810,000 hospitalizations. By September 2018, CNN announced that as many as 80,000 were dead for reasons associated with the outbreak. The number of flu cases that year in the USA alone was about 18 times higher than the current number of novel coronavirus cases worldwide, 2.5 million so far. The number of hospitalized American patients was more than 4 times higher than those that have been hospitalized in the USA with coronavirus symptoms. So read the whole thing if you want. When this came onto Canadian soil, whenever that day was, I was going mental on my Facebook page and trying to make people see what's really going on here and where this is heading. And to this day, I don't think that I converted anybody to see what's really going on. They are all still in their bubble, and I pretty much distanced myself from Facebook more than I have before. It's parasitic. It's very low vibration there. I mean, I have all of my normal quote-unquote friends who are on the same page as me, and then I have lurkers who are in the shadows who may or may not look at my stuff, and maybe some of them are starting to sway to realize, hey, this is not what it seems to be here. There really isn't anything going on out of the ordinary. But what those people do with that information is up to them, and I don't see them posting anything that would make me think they've changed their stance on this, because it puts them in that uncomfortable position where their own friends and family will start to come out and ridicule them, and they don't want to be in that uncomfortable position, so they'll just go along with the flow and get sick and starve like everyone else is gonna. So I don't mean to be a bad person in that respect, but this has shown me really what how far gone people are with mainstream outlooks on things and refusing to look at information over the years that I've been waking up to all this corruption in the world and trying to put it out to friends and family, and they just don't want to look at it. They just don't want to see it. You know the old saying, you can bring a horse to water but you can't make him drink. And this is so true, even in the face of this crisis, when you have all the time in the world. These people just want to keep sticking up for their government and for this boogeyman. People don't want to come over to our place, which is a wide open space. Lots of space in the house, lots of space outside of the house. You want to do your stupid social distancing? Be my guest. You're scared to come over because of what? There's nothing going on here. Stop watching the TV. Go outside. Enjoy the nature, the beauty of it all. And educate yourself on the real situation. I'm just ranting now. I had to get some stuff off my chest because this has gone too far, and they're coming out with the real information now, showing that this is no worse than an average flu season, and yet people are still sticking up for it because they shut the world down. So it must be a real thing, right? People are really dying, and they're really throwing bodies into freezer trucks, and come on, it's gone totally ridiculous here. This has changed the world forever. It's never going to be normal again. They're gonna keep on pushing this through, and if you didn't know, here in Ontario they've shut down all the slaughterhouses and abattoirs. There's going to be a meat shortage, and then all the other shortages are going to come in. This is happening. It's real. If you haven't got a garden started yet, I suggest you do. Strongly suggest you do. That'll be your best bet at fresh produce, and there's local people that are around me who are going to be growing and offering roadside selling of their produce. I hardly doubt there'll be farmers markets this year, and you can bet that the shelves at the grocery stores will start to dry up soon. So I can't share all of my produce, and for my family members, I'll be sure to tell them that you better get a garden in because this is coming, and you didn't want to listen to me before. Well, I can't help you anymore. The information is still there for you to go find, although it's getting wiped pretty quickly, and that should tell you something. So I don't want to rant too much longer about this. I gotta start working on myself and my immediate family members, myself and my spouse, and you know who you are. I've already told you, when the shit hits the fan, get your butts up here and you'll be good. So I'll leave it at that. This is this guy. Go check it out. And thanks for listening to my little rant.